Hey, what's up guys? This is Kills, and today we got a full-on guide and tutorial for the Easter egg for the Black Ops 3 custom zombie map, Thanatos. This one is a oldie, but it's a classic. There hasn't been any guides or tutorials I've seen on YouTube, so I wanted to make one. But before we dive in, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, it shows about 98% of the people who view my videos are not subscribed. And it would really help out the channel if you would subscribe. It's something that's a very tiny button you can press, but it's a huge thing you can do for the channel. Let's dive in. The map has a simple loadout where you start here at spawn. You have the first door, which is 1250. Then you have the next door, which is 2750, that opens up both sides here. And then you have this door, which is also 2750, that gets to power. And this door, which is 2750, which gets to the office. The map has a 4 perk limit, also has a buildable shield, which will go through all the spawn locations for all 3 parts, and it happens to be the dragon shield for Garad Krovi. I would suggest keeping the M1911, which is the explosive pistols, but keep in mind you're not going to want to bring this to the boss fight because currently there's a glitch on the map. Once you complete a step of the Easter egg and get Perkaholic, PhD no longer works, but it is useful all the way up until the boss fight. If you are going to be using the M1911s until the boss fight, I would suggest PhD Flopper, Quick Revive, Jug, and Double Tap. Just keep in mind that you will have Perkaholic for the boss fight. You're going to want to stay in spawn to about round 3 so you can get enough to buy the first door and possibly the grease gun if you don't get lucky enough and get a death machine like I get right now. When you do open up spawn, you're going to get greeted with a boss that you're going to have to deal with every 10 to 15 minutes because he's going to respawn. This is also how you'll get free perks in the map, because every time you kill this boss, you're going to get a free perk. I don't suggest picking up the free perk because there is, like I said, a 4 perk limit, but you can start picking it up once you get all 4 of your perks. First thing you want to do when you spawn is you want to pick up the soul canister here, and then also pick up the fuse, which is going to be one of 3 fuses to open up Pack-a-Punch. Next, you want to head to the farmhouse, which is right by Speed Cola, and you want to go ahead and turn on power. Head inside, and power will be in the basement, following the arrows. Just go ahead and turn on power here, and then while you're here, pick up the second fuse for Pack-a-Punch. Next, you want to head into the office, which is right by the farmhouse. The final fuse is located here on the wall, opposite side of Widow's Wine. Once you have all 3 fuses, you can make your way to the bunker here, which is right next to the office, and place the fuses down. This will open up Pack-a-Punch. Next, you're probably going to want to build a shield, and how to do that, you're going to want to pass the greenhouse here, pass Stamina Up and PhD, and right here by Electric Cherry, you're going to find the first spawn location for the back panel right here on the table. Next, right by Speed Cola, you're going to want to make your way into the office here. And right by Juggernog, you're going to notice the next part right here. Third and final location is if you head back into the office right by Speed Cola, this time closer to Widow's Wine, but still next to Jug. If you make your way to the other side of the office, and you notice in the cubicle here is the last and final spawn location for the back panel. For the side panel, you're going to want to make your way again past Stamina Up here, and it's going to be right here on the floor in the greenhouse. Second spawn for the side panel, it'll be right next to Speed Cola, right here laying on the boxes. Third and final location for the side panel is if you pass Electric Cherry right here, and you notice right next to this car will be right on top of the boxes. For the last and final piece for the shield is the dragon head, and the first spawn location is if you go inside the first greenhouse next to spawn, will be right here on the corner. For the second spawn for the dragon head, you want to make your way around the greenhouse here, right next to Bandoleer's Bandit. It's going to be actually sitting on those pile crates. For this final spawn, right next to Double Tap, you want to make your way out here this time, and it'll be sitting on the boxes. Once you have all the parts, make your way to spawn, and you can go ahead and build it on the crafting table right here. The first step of the Easter egg is filling up soul circles around the map, starting with the one right by spawn. They don't actually need to be exactly on the circle. If they're just by the circle, the souls will count and you will see the soul go into the circle. It's roughly about 20 plus kills, but once it's done, you'll notice the circle disappear. Bug grounds and bugs do count for souls, so keep that in mind. Once you kill the last zombie and the last soul enters into the circle, the glow will go away. The second circle is right in front of the farmhouse, and the same thing here, about 20 zombie souls and it should be finished. Once finished, the glow will go away. Third and final circle is inside the farmhouse here. Go ahead and activate it, same thing, by killing a zombie. Just be a little bit more careful since it's an enclosed area and the spawns are literally everywhere in this spot. So just be a little bit more careful while filling this soul box. Once finished, you notice that the glow will go away, and that's the third and final one, and you'll hear a little Easter egg sound. Next step is you want to make your way into the office and interact with 3 bells, starting with the first one here next to Jug. The next one is going to be in the middle of the office on this little table here. You can interact with it. And then the next and last one is going to be on this cubicle. And once you interact with the third one, it's going to start a lockdown. It will teleport you into the farm where you're going to be locked down in this building. The lockdown itself is about 1 minute long, so make sure that you have at least a pack-a-punch weapon, you got your shield, and you're pretty much, set up for this. This is timed, so once it's done, it's not soul related, it will finish. You'll notice that the screen will turn white, like a nuke has set off, and the blue key will spawn, which you can go ahead and pick up now. Next, make your way back to the farm. Once inside, once you're by meal kick, pick up the shovel. Once you have the shovel, 3 pieces of paper will spawn around the map, which will create a map. The first piece of paper is right by double tap inside this greenhouse located right here. The next piece of paper is located right here next to stamina up, located right behind in the trunk of this truck. Third and final piece is if you make your way into the office, and if you go down in this cubicle right by Widow's Wine, will be the third and final piece to the map. Once you have all 3 pieces of paper, make your way back to the farmhouse, and in this crafting table, place all 3 pieces there. The fourth step is picking up 3 colored keys around the map, and as previously mentioned, pick up the blue key right after the lockdown here in farm. The second key can be found in the Pack-a-Punch room, right next to Pack-a-Punch, located right here. The third and final key, since we placed all 3 pieces of paper and built a map, this dig site will spawn, which is right next to Electric Cherry, and this is your third and final key. The fifth step is opening up 3 colored boxes around the map. The first box being right here next to spawn. It does take a little bit for the part to spawn up, so just kind of be careful. Next box location is right next to Stamina Up and PhD, located right here. Go ahead and interact with it and pick up the part. Third and final box is right opposite side of this greenhouse, located right here on the floor. Go ahead and do the same thing, interact with it, and go ahead and pick up the part. Next, you want to head back into spawn, and right next to quick revive, you want to go ahead and open this door. Once you do, you'll go ahead and get Workaholic. Just be careful, because you'll have a zombie that anytime you look at him, he'll freeze, but anytime that you're not looking at him, he'll try to kill you. And he can't kill him, he's invincible, he just stays with you until you go into the boss fight. Next, go ahead and build a pipe gun, but just be careful. If you still have the Mustangs and Sallies at this point, like I said, PhD does not work, so just be careful. Go ahead and pick up the pipe gun. Next, head into the office here, and once you get in there, there's going to be a door right in the middle of the office. You can shoot with the pipe gun. Now, you must save 15,000 to enter the boss fight. Once you do have the 15,000 for the boss fight, make sure you kill the boss before you enter the boss fight. You don't want to have two of them in there just in case. And go ahead and interact with the boss. The boss fight, in my opinion, is really fun. It's what really sold me on this map. The boss fight has 3 phases plus a final stand. Each phase that you complete by putting damage into the boss, you will get a max ammo. And once you get a max ammo, tree bosses will spawn, about 3 to 4 of them, that you're going to want to take out before doing any more damage to the boss because they become an issue. Plus, the boss itself can push you into things if he flies into you. Plus, each time he touches you counts as a hit. So if he bumps into you, it's like 2 or 3 hits. Plus, he throws things at you. So just kind of be wary of him. And when he's kind of close to you, just make sure that you're not in a place that you can get stuck. Once you have completed the phase, you'll notice that your screen will shake and that you'll notice a max ammo here at the middle of the arena. And you'll notice that the trees are going to spawn. And like I said, you're going to want to kill these trees before doing any more damage on the boss because they do a lot more damage than the zombies. And they can kind of run at you really fast. If you have Thunderwall, AAT, or Turned, you can one-shot these if you have those AATs. So just keep that in mind when you enter the boss fight. Once you kill all the trees, continue doing damage on the boss. Once all the trees are down, continue, like I said, doing damage into the boss. Once you do enough damage, the screen will shake again, and you will get another max ammo waiting for you in the middle of the arena, and trees will spawn again. Same thing here, take down the trees and do damage on the boss. For the third phase, just do damage as you did with the previous phases. You'll notice the screen will shake again once the third phase is done, and you'll get your third and final max ammo waiting for you here at spawn. Again, just make sure you kill the trees off just for safety and continue doing damage onto the boss. Once you do enough damage, you'll notice that white orb, and you can go ahead and pick up that white orb. That white orb is an upgrade to the pipe gun, which is basically extends its ammo from 50 to 100, and you actually get an option to continue the game or exit the game, whichever you like, right here in the fountain. Just go ahead and go to the fountain and interact with it. It's going to go ahead and choose your fate and pick which option you like. If you guys thought this guide was useful for you, or if it helped you out in any single way, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out the channel, and I really do appreciate it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this map as much as I have. This is one of my first custom maps I played besides Leviathan and Dead High, and I just really have fond memories of this one. It's a little bit of an old one, like I said, but it's still one of the best ones out there. Thanks guys, I'll catch you guys on the next one.